Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Winner's POV. What do you know? Your boy Trash finally successfully threw a challenge. It only took 3 rounds, but I did it. I got last place, and a pretty distant last place at that. And I think I had a pretty decent excuse for it too. Like, I did the challenge while Josh and Ramen were kind of grilling Burp over his comments and his sort of weak apologies or whatever. They were kind of arguing, talking, I guess. Got pretty serious, you know. I wouldn't say heated, but definitely serious. And I was doing it during all that, and I come back. I'm like, guys, I finished the challenge. Took me forever because I was fucking distracted listening to you guys, and I just kind of pushed the blame onto them. Everyone, I think, sort of bought it, and then I got last. I got bullied a little bit. Some people had some jokes at my expense, you know. Not really what you want to see, but in this case, it kind of helped me because I could get riled up. I got a little angry, you know, kind of sold the fact that I fucked this up. I didn't just throw it, even though I totally threw it. So I fell down to 4th in the zone. Well, much better look than first going into the next cycle. And we're on to the vote. Now, I initially assumed that the vote would be between Turtley and someone else, whoever the counter push was. Probably Cyber was my guess. And that's not what happened at all. First of all, it's New Year's Eve, so nobody said shit for the first, 10 hours of the vote. And I wake up this morning, and I'm hearing Copper's name immediately. That's the initial name I hear. And then as I'm responding to messages, wishing the people who didn't message me a good morning, trying to initiate some conversation, Parker tells me that Hexagon threw Copper's name. And now I'm interested, because last round, Maximo let me in on a little secret, which was that Hexagon had leaked his final 3 plans already, which was to have Burp and Turtley at the final 3 with him. The only people he thought he could beat in a challenge. So, that's not the kind of gameplay I would expect from anyone, really. And, you know, I'm not Burp or Turtley, so that doesn't really make me feel any better. So then I go to the homie squad chat, and I start reading through a bunch of messages, and Maximo has already proposed Hexagon as a vote there, which obviously I'm perfectly fine with at this point, because he's gonna just tell people he doesn't want them at his final 3. That's not a brilliant move on his part. So then I'm just asking around what people are thinking, and then slowly people start saying that they're hearing Hexagon, so it's Hexagon versus Copper. And then Ant in the Cha-Cha slide chat pushes for Copper to go along with Hexagon, who is going to leave for the day because it's Friday. And I'm thinking, okay, I want to be honest with Ant because I want him to trust me, but I don't want him to tell Hexagon. So I waited to talk to Ant until Hexagon had left. And then eventually, like an hour and a half before the vote, Ant voice calls me, and I kind of talked out why I would be fine with Hexagon going. And he agreed, but he still wanted to go Copper. I was like, yeah, dude, it's whatever. We can vote either of them, and no matter who goes, it's good for our game. So we'll just say we voted with the majority. And then we were all good there. And I talked to German, and apparently Hexagon told German to his face that he was going to vote him out the second that German's immunity streak ended. And I was like, well, why? Why would anyone do that? So Hexagon goes pretty easily here. And I don't have much to say about it, really. It was probably the easiest vote of the season for me, and I would not assume that would be Hexagon, because I love the guy. Like, going in, I was like, this is someone I could definitely go all the way with, but, just a series of either, really vicious lies or really terrible mistakes. And if people are lying about everything, then I feel really bad. If he really said all that stuff, then I don't know what to say, dude. Just sometimes you gotta lie a little bit. You gotta withhold some information, because that's just ridiculous. Anyway, I should be coming out with a end of cycle kind of review soon, and on to cycle 2. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, going 8 like